what was the context? What was the story of that season for you when you were really wrestling with God? What was going on?
So when I was 19, my dad just dropped dead one day while he was on a business trip from a heart attack, and it was very devastating and unexpected, and broke my heart, my mom's heart, my sister's heart. And so I moved back home from college to be closer to my mom, and she was hurt so bad and ended up reacting in ways that were just emotionally harmful and hurtful. And so my sister was living in New York, and I would call out to her and say I need help, and her response was just kind of out of sight, out of mind. So I ended up just feeling abandoned and alone, and felt like clearly God was not taking care of me and not fighting for me, and therefore I had to do it myself.
Yeah. What did that look like in terms of what you were believing about God, or what you were believing about God? What did that lead to?
Just like actively running away from him, just living out my plan because I thought it was better.
Yeah.
And just sin and a bunch of different ways. But yeah. I had this deep underlying doubt of him and his goodness in my heart, and so
What was the light that finally shone in that kind of dark place? What was there? One thing? Was it a number of things? What would you pinpoint as the kind of breakthrough?
So just the general answer is the Lord blessed me with a lot of community. I'm not even necessarily from the church, but he blessed me with his God family who just loved me and would call me out if I needed it in a very gracious and loving way. And then also I started working at a place with a boss who really took me in as his own child. And so one event that kind of really showed me God's goodness was I had been working there for about a year, and I was driving home one night after being out with friends and ended up getting pulled over and arrested for a DUI, which was terrifying because I've never had a parking ticket. And so I was sitting in this jail cell with all these women, and I was in the middle of being booked, and I didn't have any phone numbers to call. All of them were gone, my dad's, my mom's, everything. And so I was just going to sit there until someone realized I was missing. But then all of a sudden, by the grace of God, my boss's cell phone number came into my head. And so I called him, and he was shocked to hear me, but he said, I'll take care of it. And so a few hours later, I walked out, and his wife was standing there, and she just had her arms completely open to me, and I was gross. We'd been in a jail cell all night, and she did not care and just embraced me, and that's kind of when I felt that deep doubt just uprooted in my heart.
What about now? I mean, are there still nights where you do wrestle with God or the promises of God? Do you still doubt?
So my faith isn't like perfect now, and I don't have a pretty bow to present it with people. I still struggle a lot, and I'm a sinner, and I have pride in my heart, and I still sometimes think that my plans are greater than his. And so but it looks a lot different. I can look back on that time, and it was terrible, and I don't think I would ever endure it again, but I can see his glory in it and his purpose, and even though it was so dark and I couldn't see it, he did have a hand in my life.
So my assumption is that there's people here that are in a very similar place that you were in, or that even that you can still walk in now. So just what would be something that you would say to encourage them?
God will meet you there. Even if you are blind to it, he's still there in ways that you just don't even realize. And so it's okay to walk in that and to sit in that. And
Good.